Fitness coming at you. Why you don't need anabolics to get big. So lifelong natty here. I've been weight training, since I was about 18, 19 years old. And so yeah, we're looking at around 10 years of weight training. Not anywhere close to the biggest person, compared to some of these people, but that's okay. I've loved this process the entire time, and I still love it to this day. I think weight training is for everyone. I truly do. And you don't need anabolics or SARMs or any of this stuff to do it. I employ you to go on Google or any search engine that you use and look up some of these, fitness people from before anabolics were even created. There were bodybuilders out there way before SARMs and peptides and anabolics and stuff. And these people looked amazing. Granted, you're not going to have the freakish alien look that you can get. A lot of people that run this stuff will never look like that. But if you want to look like Kai Green and some of these guys, yeah, you're gonna have to take some stuff. But I would say the majority of people just want to put on some muscle. They don't need to look. They don't need to walk around in triple extra large shirts. Go to specialty clothing stores just to find clothes they can fit in. I've always looked at bulking and gaining weight as a balance too. And you need to be at a calorie surplus. That's your number one thing, which means you are consuming more calories than you're burning throughout the day. And for me personally, I go in like these ebb and flows, right? Where like I'll be bulking and I'll be in a calorie surplus and try to put on muscle, and then I'll cut down if I feel like I've gotten a little too fluffy or soft, and that's just for me personally. I like being relatively lean. I don't like walking around too fluffy, and I don't feel good walking around bone shredded either. I've been both. I think the sweet spot for me is around 10-11% body fat, and some people would consider that soft. I still see all my abdominals, and I don't really have love handles at that percentage. Maybe in the heart of summer I'll go down to 9-8%. Rarely am I ever below 8%. People don't realize how lean that is if you're getting below 8% body fat. I don't think there's a need for that unless you're some sort of model or you're getting on stage and competing, which I've talked about before. But the point is, if you have some patience in this game, which you should, because bodybuilding and fitness in general is a patient sport. It's not something that you acquire overnight. Even with substances, you don't get there overnight. You can make tremendous gains. And I look back on the early photos of my weightlifting, and I'm like, man, I really made some great gains. One of the best feelings in the world as a natty is when someone comes up to me and asks what's my stack or what I'm running. People don't realize it, but that's truly the best compliment I can ever receive, because I feel like I'm doing something right then if people think I'm having to be on anabolics to look this way. So I love it. But I have nothing against people that run stuff too. You'd be surprised how many people are taking stuff and still don't look very good because they don't understand the important parts, which are the diet, number one, the nutrition you're getting, and then of course what you're doing in the gym. Right? Those are the most important things. So there's a lot of people at your local gyms running SARMs and anabolics that don't look very good, because they don't understand that. And on the other end of the spectrum, I'm not taking anything away from people who do decide to run stuff too, because there's people that work extremely hard and have their diet on point, and they're running anabolics too. And the anabolics are not giving them 100% of those gains. You still have to work super hard to look the way that some of these pro bodybuilders do. You gotta work hard to look like meat. It's a progress. It took me 10 years to look this way. And I think if you have patience with this and you take things a step at a time, acquire knowledge, you will get there. You will get the physique you want, So yeah, to wrap up, I don't believe you need anabolics to look decent, depending on what you're trying to look like, of course. Definitely not taking anything away from the people who do decide to. Everyone's entitled to do what they want. I'm not going to sit here and judge those that do. I think the fake natties that have gone around have kind of, I get why they do it. At the same time, I think they've done a big disservice to the community because they kind of have portrayed what is achievable naturally without really discussing what they've been taking. So I'm kind of against that. But, I get it. They're still illegal in a lot of parts of the world, including here in the United States. And, it's not something that I think a lot of people are comfortable talking about. So, you can just stay neutral on that, though. You don't need to claim natty. You can just leave well enough alone. People will figure it out. But, yeah, so that's it. My dog's getting feisty. I got to go feed him. But, yeah, I think, again, like I said, you can make gains. You can gain muscle naturally. Calorie surplus, progressive overload in the gym. And, just keep killing it, Once again, I appreciate you guys so much for liking and subscribing. You help this channel so much. Yeah, appreciate you guys being patient with me too. I'm still working on being on camera and stuff. But natties, we're out here. There's naturals out there. There might be a dying breed, but they still exist. And I'm here to be a voice for us. So let's go.